Welcome, everyone, to episode 45 of the Over the Line podcast on the Degenerate Sports Network. We have a lot to bet on. There is some NFL football that's going to be bet on today, so get ready for that. We have the Combine starting tomorrow, so that'll be fun to bet on. But I will say I finally hit a top 20 parlay in PGA last weekend, so that was finally good to hit.
I sure the fuck didn't. Holy shit!
Hit a top 10 pick, but that's it.
Yeah, hey, that's even better. I know Scotty was scaring the shit out of me. I don't know what's going on with him, bro. Like, why is he like?
He just doesn't care the first 2 days of like every tournament.
And Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, the Genesis has been weird for like a lot of the greats. So like that was one Tiger never won. Same with Jack and Rory. Like for whatever reason, it especially like it's supposed to be a great course for people that are great iron players. And obviously Tiger's the best iron player ever.
Yeah.
And he has never managed to win at that course because it's just weird. The greens are really fucking weird. And I don't know. It's one of those where, like, they say it's an iron course, but I almost feel like you have to be a super long hitter and then get lucky as shit everywhere else.
Gotcha. Yeah, mine was shit out of luck really fast. I mean, I did all that research and I had my worst chance at it. I wouldn't even hit a top 20, let alone a top 10 that I did. None of them even got in the top 20, I don't think. So I was cooked from the start.
Yeah, it was.
What'd you hit your top 20 for, Casey, though?
It was.
What were the odds on that?
Let me pull it up. I don't think it was anything crazy. I think it was like +5 something.
Still,
that's better than I did.
Yeah,
hitting over 3 is good.
Yeah. It was.
You hit one of those, and you're good for a while.
It was +688, and it was it was
nice.
Scheffler top 20, McIlroy top 20, Morikawa top 20, then Fitzpatrick top 30.
Oh, you got that. That last one in there.
That one I was like Fitzpatrick finished like 25th or 26th. I'm glad I did. For some reason I was like, let me put him top 30, not top 20.
Smart.
And then, but I was like, Scotty's not even going to make the cut at one point. I thought that was dead after Thursday. And then like he starts to roar back.
Never is.
You're like, let me go ahead and take him at +10,000 to win it. And then he ends up like on the last day, he's at like +400. You're like, what the hell is going on, dude?
I did something else. But yeah, golf is now gall for me. It's going to lose letters until morale improves. That's what we've reached that point. So we'll see if it still is a word by the end of like this month, next month. So,
and then also Rory to be the leader end of round one. He was one of top. I think there was 4 guys tied for first, and he was one of them. So that paid out at +962 as well.
Nice.
So
wow.
It would have been +2150, but he had to split it.
Right. Yeah. Split it. Yeah.
So they had to do that dead heat rule or whatever it was, but it was still nice to hit that. But that just means I used all my luck for the year, and it's all downhill. Yeah, it's all downhill from here. We haven't even hit Masters yet. So,
man.
But hey, it's a new week. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can keep it rolling. But we're gonna go ahead and get off with some miscellaneous bets here.
Yeah. Before we get into that,
go ahead.
I do want to say, I know last week I roasted the Olympics and called it rigged. Had a bounce back week on the Olympics.
There we go.
Sweden women's curling, that paid out like +600 something.
Nice,
winning the gold, and then of course hit U.S. men's team to win the gold. Yeah. Which, can we just talk a second about the Canadian team having to, after that horrible, like heartbreaking loss where they were definitely the better team, like that whole game. Let's be honest, like they were. I don't know how the U.S. won that game, but then after that bitter loss, they have to stand there and get handed those fucking beans. I don't know how those guys didn't fire those things into the ground.
Well, yeah, you saw a few videos where they got them and they were like the fuck is this? And
you're on national TV representing your country.
Yeah.
Like you can't
you can't really
you can't do anything. But
Mhm.
God, I don't know how those guys didn't just like either rip the thing's head off or just fired into the ground.
Yeah. It was a bad weekend for the nation of Canada after losing both women's and men's to the US. Like
that's such a crazy loss because Nathan McKinnon had a wide open net.
He did.
Dude.
Outside of it, and then 2 minutes later, Macklin Celebrini had a wide open breakaway and it didn't score. Those are two of the three best players in the world. Great chances, and they just could not do it.
Hellebuyck played out of his mind.
He did.
He had is one of the greatest saves I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that'll be one that gets played for the next 40 years until they win their next gold. That play will be so. Yeah, it was awesome. It probably just sucked that the one sport that they could just say that they dominate us in, and we just snuck in there and took it from them. So that was nice, but we'll see what happens back to the real world of the NHL. So we'll see, but we'll get into some miscellaneous. This is the Degenerate Sports Network, so I had to be a degenerate and bet on some spring training baseball.
Love that. We love it.
Yeah. So I have a little parlay here for 3 games tomorrow. These are all money line picks. I have Reds money line over the Padres.
Oh,
I don't,
man,
dude.
you want it to be the Patriots, don't you, Casey? You would love nothing more. No.
I just saw the P and I was like, oh, Patriots. I have NFL on my mind, yeah.
But alas.
Yeah.
It's just the Padres.
Sorry about that. Then I have Dodgers money line over the White Sox. It's spring training, but still it's the Dodgers. And then I have Cubs money line over the Angels. All 3 of those together are plus 381. And then I know you guys have some soccer. So, Jake, why don't you go ahead and get us going on the soccer?
Okay, I have 4 Premier League bets.
Oh, yeah.
Actually been seeing the board pretty well with soccer, which is
I see that.
I pretty much never have before. So,
okay.
Keep it rolling.
Quietly off to a good start. I'm taking Aston Villa money line at minus 115 against Wolves. I thought Shane was going to laugh at that name. I was waiting for it.
I know about the Wolves. Don't worry. I'm familiar with them now. I know.
Yeah, this is pretty much just a lock. I mean, Aston Villa is 3rd in the league, and Wolves are probably one of the worst historical Premier League teams this year. So minus 115 is honestly pretty good odds. It's just a good one to throw on the parlay. I have a draw at plus 280 between Sunderland and Bournemouth. I just think these teams are really even. They're both mid-table teams, both low scoring, both good defensively and don't score a lot of goals. So I think plus 280 is good value for a draw here. I have Fulham money line at plus 110 over Tottenham. Tottenham is getting to the point where they're going to be an automatic team to bet against. They haven't won a game in the Premier League in 2026. The last 12 this year, they have not won a game, and they are 4 points off of relegation, which, to put that into perspective, think of maybe the Eagles being relegated from the NFL. They're kind of reaching unprecedented times a bit here, which is funny because they're going to be in the quarterfinals in the Champions League too. But I'm just going to bet against them every week until they start winning because they haven't won a game in 2026, and Fulham's pretty good. I think they're 8th or 9th in the league, so I'll take them at positive odds. I feel like that's pretty good value considering the circumstances. And then the last one, I have a draw between Arsenal and Chelsea. I think Arsenal is a better team and they're at home, but this is at plus 300 and it's 2 of the top 5 teams in the league. So I feel like the value is just too good there. It's going to be a close game either way. So 300 is just kind of juicy. But those 4 come out to plus 5,867. So
damn,
pretty
good one. And Shane, I know you had some soccer. Surprisingly.
I did it. So I was like, what can I bet on? Because I was running out of shit that I wanted to bet on because I didn't want to bet on anything that I should know about, like, college basketball, which I've not actually paid attention to yet. And I will have to start doing so that I can actually bet on the tournament a little bit. So I haven't done that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that yet. Haven't spent any time doing that. What can I bet on? I'm like, well, Jake likes soccer. I'll bet on soccer. And this is with zero information. I actually did something where basically if the odds were higher than minus 120 for a team, like if they were favored and they had minus 120 or better odds, I bet that team to win. And the teams that didn't have that, I bet a draw. So let's
it's honestly a pretty good strategy.
That's kind of what I thought. So let's go down the line. I have 9 leg parlay for
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
So we got a draw between Wolves and Aston Villa, plus 270.
Love it.
Bournemouth to win against Sunderland, minus 130. Newcastle to win over Everton, minus 145. Liverpool to win, minus 290 over West Ham. Man City to win against Leeds at minus 185. A draw between Fulham and Tottenham. And then where's the other chunk of it here? There we go. And then I have Man United over Crystal Palace, minus 190. I have a draw between Brighton and is that Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
Okay. At plus 240 and Arsenal minus 170 versus Chelsea. And all those combined plus 66,004.
Let's go.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
We're buying a house with this one, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I
If this
actually
hits, you
love
have
that.
to become a soccer
I know. I feel like I kind of hooked me potentially.
Yeah.
Like this one might be the one.
That'd be crazy. I think you'd have to retire when that hits.
Well, I have to retire from soccer, certainly.
Yeah.
Betting. I don't
Yeah,
know
for
about everything
sure.
else, but definitely soccer betting.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that definitely hits. If there's one that will cook you,
Yeah.
it's Arsenal somehow like losing to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Losing to like a bad Chelsea team for some reason.
It does feel like a game they could lose.
I thought
I
about
mean-
doing a draw on that one. Just because,
Yeah.
but the minus one, I'm like, I'll take it. It's fine.
I
But
don't
Chelsea also isn't that good this year.
No,
Like,
Chelsea's ass. They're on like what their third manager in like 6 months.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know
Something
all
like that, yeah.
That's funny. Well, hopefully they.
Nottingham
keep being
Forest
bad.
is also on their third manager this year. It's crazy.
Do they
how
just
it
be
works.
doing that
There's
in
two
soccer
teams that are
sometimes?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest, their manager took them like to the Europa League, which they hadn't been to in like 20 years. And then they got a bad start to this year, and he fired him. And then they brought somebody else in for I think like 8 games, and then fired him. And they move so fast.
Yeah.
In soccer.
Well, Chelsea's been super unstable, like basically since Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Basically, what happened is their owner Roman Abramovich is like basically a Russian oligarch.
Well,
so,
as they tend to be.
So like he ended up having to sell the team basically just because of sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think is the owner of the Bills that bought it, Jake. The owner of an NFL team.
Pagula? Is that who you're talking about?
No, I think is it Cranky? No, I think Cranky is Arsenal.
Stan Kroenke owns Arsenal, I'm pretty sure. I don't
Chelsea
think
owner
Con have any?
is
That type of money is insane. Where he's like, I'm
man,
going to
now I
buy
can't.
huge teams out in the world.
It says it's owned by Todd Bowley and
Todd Bolt,
Luco,
Todd Bailey.
whatever company that is.
Probably the biggest one in the world we don't know about.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A lot of soccer teams are really just like bought by companies. Like there's a lot that are bought with like oil money and stuff. Like it's kind of different from American sports where it's like individual owners.
Yeah.
But even the individual owners are usually like, oh, by the way, I also own this company.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, that's fine.
Yeah, they're
Appreciate
like,
it.
I bought into plastic when it was first invented, and now I have $1 trillion.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, now I own 4 different teams
It's like,
across the world.
I invented toast.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's like,
Bailey's part of a group that owns like the Dodgers and Lakers too.
oh, of course.
He's
Okay.
part of that group.
That group is like an interesting situation, by the way. It's like, It's like, oh, Magic Johnson, It's actually he owns 0.0000001% of the
But he's the face of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it always is.
But yeah, basically since then American took over, Chelsea's been a dumpster fire.
Hey, what do you know?
I hate to see it, but
can't say I'm surprised.
All right. Next, do we want to get into NASCAR next, and then
We're doing miscellaneous, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, that's right. So you want to get your combine picks
We do
in?
combine picks.
All right, let's hear it.
We need football. We need real football.
Yes,
now.
we do. We do.
All right. So for the combine, I don't know what you had, Jake or Shane. I mean, I know you had combine as well. I just had picks on whether or not anyone would hit a certain mark.
Yes.
In each workout.
Yeah.
So let's start with everyone's favorite, the 40.
Yeah.
I had in the 40, it was, will anyone run? Where is it now? Will anyone run under 4.265 seconds? I put slower. I took slower at -110. I don't really think there's anybody in this draft that is going to hit that. Did you also have that one bet?
I do too. I will say there's a player that I don't know if any of us have watched yet that is getting a ton of hype recently. It's the Mississippi State wide receiver, Baron Morton. He supposedly could challenge the record, but I don't believe that until I see it, basically.
Yeah.
Because we hear that every year, and then usually it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we top out at like 4.28, 4.29 with a lot of these guys, because there's some fast dudes that we've seen so far. And we haven't watched the corner. At least I haven't watched corners yet. So maybe someone in that group could, surprise me. But I don't know if we're getting sub 4, 2.8 or whatever.
There's some explosive, quick dudes.
Yes, but not like not the 40 type of guy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of those. Yeah.
But for the reason I am taking faster than 3.965 seconds in the 20-yard shuttle at -115, I think we're going to see a sub 4 shuttle this year.
I think so too. I'm there with you on that one too.
And then for speaking of explosive, I'm also taking higher than 43.25 inches in the vertical at -110.
We're aligned so far, which I don't know if I love it or not, but we are out full. I think someone's jumping like 45.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, because we talked about this one when I was on Draft Professors last week, and I think it's going to be Casey Concepcion.
Yeah, he could certainly get up there.
Typically the short guys are the ones that get that.
Yeah, because there's just it's a little easier for them to get that like full extension and get the
Yeah. I'm also taking longer than 137.5 inches for the broad jump. The record's like 140 something. So like this, you don't even have to get close to the record. There's some dudes that can do it, I think.
This one was tough. I decided to do shorter because I looked into it, and there's not a lot of guys who've done this one. The record is pretty significant, but I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, Byron Jones absolutely shattered it, like world record and everything when he did that. And so the record's a little bit misleading compared to like what we normally see. But I wouldn't be shocked if that one hits. But I decided to go opposite of you on that one. So at least we're not fully aligned, because then I would be worried that we're getting cooked here.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see Arvell Reese maybe.
I could, but
be
like
interesting.
I just don't.
But he might not even do it.
I don't know what testing is. I know he's testing. I don't know what all the testing he's doing, apparently.
Yeah.
And I know Ruben Bain, by the way, is not testing, which I'm a little bit disappointed in. So I think he actually would have tested better than people think he would. But whatever.
And then I do think it's going to be, I have slower than 6.5 seconds on the 3-cone drill.
Yeah.
Just from what we've been watching with guys, haven't seen a ton of like lateral quickness like that, of that caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, that's a drill that I feel like takes a special guy to do.
Yeah, not a lot of guys do that one too.
Yeah.
So like some of the guys who might do it might not be the guys who actually have a chance to like really put up great numbers on that. So
yeah. And then finally, my last one is probably my favorite play this week. Over 35.5 bench press reps.
So you did go over. I decided to go under.
See, I was leaning under last week, and then I looked into it more, and I just think that there are so many short arm powerful ass dudes in this
True.
this draft. Like, I just think someone could hit. Like, of course, I'm gonna say Jennings Dunker. I could see. Caden McDonald is another one that like has the frame. I think that could do some damage on the bench press. There's a few guys that I think could have really, really high numbers for that.
It's possible for sure, but like generally with the bench press, like I tend to just feel like there's not going to be someone doing like 35 plus like in most years.
Yeah.
So I just felt like, if someone hits that, great, good for him. But I'll just take the kind of, I feel like the more conservative approach there.
That's totally fair.
You're right. There's guys who are candidates for it though.
Yeah. It's fun watching like professional bodybuilders that do like or professional strongmen that do the bench press, and you look at them, they have arms that are like a foot long and they have a big old beer belly, and when they get down there to do the bench press, they're like going this high, and it's like they just got 1,500 pounds, and you're like, yeah, they're moving the bar like 2 inches.
Well, for the combine, for the combine, that's why you don't see crazy high numbers usually.
Yeah,
because those D linemen all have freakishly long arms.
Yeah,
and they have to lock out on each rep, which is really hard. And something they're probably not doing in the weight room, with their teams normally.
Right.
That's why, when it's that strict, that's also why you see like some guys get like 8 at 2 1/4, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, for NFL athletes, yeah.
Like even quarterbacks, you'd think at 2 could do 10 for 2 1/4. You'd think.
Yeah. The other thing too is like maybe this isn't a trend that I haven't paid attention to, but there's not a lot of guys who even do the bench.
Correct.
So that hurts it too, because like I feel like if more guys were doing it, you'd have a better chance of someone just like who happens to be really good at benching to just put up a bunch of numbers. But like maybe they just don't feel like it's worth it. But
that's the thing. I don't know why more guys that know they can do it don't just do it. Because I
don't know.
If you're already normally moving that weight easily, because a lot of these NFL a lot of these guard prospects, they're moving 2 1/4 as a warm up set.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like a lot, especially the interior guys. So I don't know. It's just an interesting question. I wonder how many guys we'll see do it this year. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
It is fun to watch. Shane, did you want to run through yours again, or I know you kind of
So real quick, again, I think there was only really 2 things that he and Dalton and I differed on. But you have slower than 4.265 second 40-yard dash. So I don't think anyone's cracking under 4.27. Under 35.5 bench reps. Faster than a 3.965 20-yard shuttle. Shorter than 137.5 inches in the broad. Higher than 43.25 inches in the vert. And the last one here, slower than 6.585 seconds in the 3 count. Again, that one's a tough one to get under the 6 mark. It's just you don't see it a ton. So, that's the ones I have for that.
Nice. All right, and that's football.
That is
definitely
football.
Yeah. And then the following, obviously in April, we'll have some draft picks and.
Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of draft stuff on this YouTube channel.
Yeah, so we'll get into that after the show. We'll kind of preface that, but let's go ahead and get into NASCAR. I know we had the Duramax Grand Prix this weekend at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, where the drivers are going to have to be going left and right.
It's tough.
So they're going to have to break out that.
Yeah, this is a F1 circuit.
Yeah, exactly. So
I didn't realize they raced there. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah. So it should be a fun one. I guess I'll go ahead and kick us off here with this. I have 3 picks. All 3 of these guys have won previously, and I have them all to finish top 10. I have William Byron, Tyler Reddick, and Ross Chastain, all to finish top 10 this weekend at plus 497.
All right.
All right, so I got pretty aggressive for this one with safer with favorites, but I know he hasn't won. I don't think he's won at this track yet, but I'm taking Shane Van Gisbergen to win at plus 120. I kind of learned my lesson from last year. If it's a road course, just bet SVG to win. and it's probably going to hit. He's just a monster at road courses. And then I also bet on two other guys that have been really good at this track in particular. Christopher Bell to finish top 5 at plus 120. And then I also took William Byron to finish top 5 at plus 135. And then I parlayed SVG, Bell, and Byron to all finish top 5. If all three of those guys crack the top 5, that pays out at plus 515.
Damn, that's nice.
It's really
Nice.
good.
Yeah, and I thought about taking them all to go top 3.
I'll just pick the top 3.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That I wanted a little leeway.
Yeah, that's getting aggressive. That's like
Yeah.
pushing your luck a little bit. I feel like doing.
Hey,
that.
I mean, you probably could do it and just throw like $1 or $2 on it. I'm sure
Yeah.
it'd be a great payout.
Yeah, if you get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the value is like for those three guys to finish top 5. I thought still wasn't like.
I know. I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah, it's
I was surprised it wasn't at least like 1,000 plus. That's
Those guys
hard to
are so-
do
yeah.
in freaking NASCAR.
So
Yeah.
for SVG, Bell, and Byron, what to all finish top 3 parlayed together? What do you think the odds are?
Plus 1864.
Plus 1,200.
Plus 14.
Casey, you were the closest, 1944.
Oh, so it is. Okay.
Oh, wow.
But it's
Oh,
still
there you
under
go.
2,000 for 3 guys to finish
Yeah,
top.
to
3
pick the
for a
top
field of
3 of
40.
Yeah, to pick a top 3 of a race.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's like
Yeah.
jeez,
Do you guys bet on horses at all?
couldn't possibly.
Yeah.
Not in a long time because they closed the restaurant at the track
Oh.
near our house. We used to do that. We'd go out to eat and like it overlooked the track and you could bet.
Yeah,
on
dude.
horses.
That
Yeah,
was a
that's
hell of
like
an
that
afternoon. That
bias.
was a hell of an afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It
But not
reminds me
having
of
a
like
while.
hitting an exacta on that.
Oh,
like a
yeah.
boxing
Dude.
those 3. And that's like an insane payout. And then do it in NASCAR. And it's like,
Yeah.
here's 1,900.
Yeah, literally. It's
Yeah,
like,
I guess you won money.
on my
Yeah.
horse one, I can leave a bigger tip. Great.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That
hilarious.
covers all other 18 races I lost on
Yeah,
tonight.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
God, I just found, speaking of that, though, I did just find out that apparently, like 15 minutes from our house, I think once or twice a year, there's this place that does goat races.
I'd have to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd have to go.
I
and do that.
can't fucking wait.
That's actually yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And, like, my wife's going to want to go because she just likes goats for some reason. So, like,
Hey,
It's like,
listen,
oh, they're
we'll
so
have-
cute. You're just like,
You're like,
sweating.
listen, don't you just focus on the goats. I'm about to make money, bro.
Yeah.
I see the potential in this one over here. Scraggles here. We
Yeah.
got it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you even handicap that? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
You have to
but
find a way
they
to-
better have betting
The
on
one that looks the strongest. Just
Yeah,
just take
The one that looks the strongest.
that's hilarious.
But that's what an idea.
You just go up to like the owner of the place, be like, I bet you $20 on this one. And he just looks at you, dude, what the hell?
Yeah,
This is supposed to just be for fun.
yeah.
I was like, no, dude, like you don't understand.
There has to be someone there
Oh,
taking
man.
bets. You'll find something.
Yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah.
Somebody like back behind the place. be
Yeah.
like,
They're definitely rigging it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You got to just bet on whatever that dude's talking about.
It's definitely fixed.
Yeah, 100%.
It's gonna be like Mario Kart, and they're gonna leave like patches of grass out there for him to stop and eat and stuff.
Right before the finish line, they're like,
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
Oh.
Jake, you got NASCAR?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have one bet this week. I'm taking. I didn't know there was specialists for these kind of tracks, so maybe I would change my bet if I knew that. But I went with Tyler Reddick at plus 1,600 to win because he's won each of the first 2 races so far. So I'm just gonna roll with it. And I hit on him last week, so
Yeah, maybe
That's
it'll
nice.
surprise you. But what I'm learning is this SVG guy is the only actual driver in the whole thing. That was going to upset some people because he could go left and right apparently better than the other folks can.
I'm
So,
really interested to see how NASCAR cars drive on this track because I've seen so many F1 races here. I had no idea they actually like did this in NASCAR.
I don't know. It
Might
should
have
be
to watch
fun.
about 4 laps while I'm
Yeah.
doing something else. No, I'll be too busy writing how fast this random defensive lineman ran in the 40 this week. That'll be my job.
Yeah.
Jake knows what's up.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Jake, did you give your pick? Sorry.
Yeah, that was my only
I
one.
read
All
it,
right.
yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Shane, do you have any NASCAR? No. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll do some NHL real quick, and then we'll get to NBA. You guys cool with that? All right. So NHL's back. We're back from the Olympics. So we'll see what happens here. I already feel bad for one of the picks I have in my parlay for tomorrow, but I'm just gonna roll with it.
Gotta roll with it.
Yeah, I just have 3 teams money line. The Panthers money line over the Leafs, Rangers money line over the Flyers, and then this is the one I hate, the Devils money line over the Penguins. I just figured with Crosby out that they might be able to sneak one through on this one, but they're getting handled right now. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked.
Oh, are they? I didn't even
Yeah.
know this for tonight.
Yeah, well, I think they're playing tonight, but they play tomorrow too. But yeah, but all 3 of those together is at plus 523.
Nice.
Yeah. I got 3 picks just parlayed together for tomorrow. I'm just sticking with the system, looking for evenly matched-ish games and taking plus 1.5 on the underdog. And so I got Lightning plus 1.5 against Carolina. I had the Islanders plus 1.5 against Canadians, and the Blackhawks plus 1.5 against the Predators. Those 3 together, parlay together at plus 266.
Nice.
I have 4 picks. I'm going with Boston minus 1.5 against Columbus because it's at plus 210. I just feel like that's really good value. I have the Hurricanes minus 1.5 against Tampa Bay also because it's plus 136. I think that's pretty good value because Carolina, I think, is top of that division, but I'm not entirely sure, but I know they're good like usual this year. I am taking the Flyers money line at plus 102 against New York. I don't really have a lot of confidence in the Rangers. All I really see on like the side of hockey Twitter that I'm on is Rangers fans complaining this year. So I don't know. The Flyers, they're not anything special, but I think they're good enough to get a win on the road here. I kind of thought they'd be the favorite, so I'm just going to take them at plus 102. And then I'm taking the Sharks minus 1.5 against Calgary because I think we're getting to the point in the year where, like, same in the NBA, where a lot of these teams just aren't kind of playing for anything. And I think Calgary is one of those teams. San Jose, probably not a playoff team, but they're still alive, and they're getting Celebrini, who just had a great Olympics. So at plus 194, it feels like pretty good value. Those 4 come out to plus 4,244. So
damn.
Pretty nice.
All right.
I pretty much just bet, aside from the one money line bet, I pretty much just took all favorites that had really good odds on their minus 1.5.
I was checking the NHL standings, and holy shit, the Canucks are bad.
Yeah.
Rangers also pretty terrible. So I guess Rangers fans should be complaining.
I only really look at where the Sharks are in the standings, but I have seen so many Rangers fans complaining online this year, so I just know it can't be going well over there.
Seems not.
Now, the Western Conference is hilarious though right now.
It's so bad.
Well,
they have the 3 best teams, and then everything else is just so mid.
I'm noticing that.
Well, what's funny is the Golden Knights are leading the Pacific with 68 points. In the Central Division, they'd be in 4th place.
Yeah.
By 9 points.
Yeah, holy shit. Mammoth are going to make the playoffs.
It reminds me of baseball, towards the end of the year when you're if this team wasn't in
the NL Central.
Yeah.
The Sharks are 4 points out of a playoff spot in the West, and they would be last in the Atlantic Division.
Right? Yeah, it's not.
And you know what's even funnier about this is the way that the NHL playoffs are set is the Wild and the Stars are the 2nd and 3rd best team in the league, and they're going to have to play each other in the first round.
Yeah, well,
Like that's just
They'd be
that's
doing
kind
some
of
funny
ridiculous.
shit. I mean, damn, like even my cooked Penguins are number 2 in the Metropolitan at 70 points.
You don't know how.
I don't know, they're just surviving on vibes, I guess. I don't know.
Well, they're just
There's gonna be
surviving
no Crosby
bullshit
for a little
Metro.
bit.
Yeah.
There's that too. Well, also I noticed they have an absurd amount of overtime losses. So like,
Yeah, that's really a
or shootout,
like
whatever.
the
one.
Knights are easily probably the worst divisional leader, and they have 14 overtime losses. Like
Yeah, so
that's
they just keep picking up
off
points
of
just
losses.
because by not
Yeah.
losing in regulation, which I
Yeah.
think is one of my favorite things about the NHL
Yeah.
is the fact that you can lose and get points.
That's
I love that shit.
They've lost
I love
games that have had the same like equivalent as 7 wins. Like
It's so funny. I love it.
2-1 doesn't really make sense.
no. And then you have like the Western Conference, almost all of the teams are within like 11 points of each other. Like
Yeah. Like
Funny
in
story.
soccer, it's 3 points for a win and 1 for a draw.
That
2
makes a
for a
lot
win
more
and
sense.
1 for an overtime loss is just insane.
yeah.
3
Like, it
and
makes
1
no
is a
sense.
lot,
You still
like,
lost.
smarter. Yeah, like
I
that
would
is a lot more
I would be
beneficial.
fine with like hockey doing the 3-1 with like the
Yeah.
one being an overtime loss, because at least then the win, like an overtime loss should not be half the value of a win. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just
Yeah, it's just I don't
like
know.
that's just crazy. 14 games they've lost, and it equates to like those 14 games are the same as 7 wins. Like that's just
It's crazy.
hilarious.
And Owens, like a team could lose 6 games in a row and still come out of it with more points than a team that went 2-4 in that same stretch. Like, it makes no sense.
They would have the same amount of points if they went 3-3.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is
You
crazy.
could go 500 over the course of 6 regular
That is
regular time games and score the same amount of points as someone who loses in overtime 6 times.
Regular season
is so
hockey,
funny.
That would piss me
like, there's
off.
that, and then games are decided in like shootouts. Like it's
It's a funny
it's just
sport,
hockey's
man.
a little bit gimmicky, like
Yeah.
a little bit.
I mean, that's what I love about it when I do get a chance to catch
Yeah.
a game. Like this rocks, but also I'm like, this is kind of an unserious thing sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 65 minutes of like a close game that's tied after overtime, and then it's just like, yeah, we'll just
All right, send
give
them
a bunch
out.
of breakaways and just see what happens.
Send them out.
What's like after regulation, they're like, let's end this shit as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they don't want a 7 overtime bullshit.
Like-
Yeah, they're
5 minutes of 3-on-3 and then just shoot out.
all right, everybody line up.
Yeah.
I kind of love it.
Although I do think that the premier like soccer needs to go to that where like every game should just go to penalties after,
I
Yeah.
agree.
and then you get 1 point if you lose in penalties, and you get 3 points if you win.
As opposed to like extra time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't do any extra time like
Oh, they don't?
Yeah,
in the regular
there's
season.
never a
in the Premier
Premier League game that will go to
That's
like
stupid.
because there's playoffs for like the like European tournaments and like continental tournaments, but like the English League, Spain's league, they don't have playoffs. They just play out the regular season, and then those standings by whoever's first.
Gotcha.
So there's no elimination games, so they never have extra time or anything like that. So, and then if there's like a tie at the end of the year, it comes down to like goal differential.
Actually,
funny.
I did just think about it. No one should do, or the EPL should not do my idea, because I just realized if you give people the chance to win, to pick up 3 points, teams a chance to pick up 3 points in a shootout, teams like Villa and Nottingham and
They're not.
they're gonna park the bus every time they play one of the big 6. Like even
Literally,
more than they already do.
These teams, if they are like lucky enough to go up 1-0 against like a good team, they literally put everybody like in the their own penalty box to just defend. Like
That'd be a very funny thing to see, though.
And like it already happens. Like those teams already
call
play
this
for
the
draw a
wall.
little bit.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
Especially like in the new Champions League format. It's bad.
Yeah.
There's so many outmatched teams.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 36 teams now. So.
Yeah. Will they play a season? I mean, the whole point of that is to just get people more on board with the European Super League idea.
Yeah.
That's eventually coming.
I don't know.
People hated that idea.
I remember that actually. Even I remember that.
I've never seen that type of outrage from the fans of like a specific sport.
There are wars that don't.
They literally were until that got banned. But yeah, it's eventually just gonna end up being something like that, where it's like 20 teams. Like
inevitability of it all. Anyway, where are we at now?
Casey, have you done your NHL picks, Shane?
I don't have any, bro.
Jake, did you have NHL picks?
Yeah, I had mine already.
Okay, sorry. All right, let's go ahead.
We got way off track.
Yeah, we did for a minute.
You know what? That's going to happen until
Casey disassociated what we just talked about.
I was trying to think about it, and then I was like, "Oh, did Jake give his picks?" And then I got lost in the
Casey's trying to do the show. And we're like, "Guys, what do you think about the Super League?"
I was just trying to make sure we didn't just sit here for 20 seconds in dead silence. I was like, "Did he go?" And then I'm
he's good.
"Oh shit!" Okay.
I think we're on to basketball. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're on to basketball. So, Shane, do you want to go ahead and tip us off with your
Might as well.
NBA picks?
Might as well. Well, I still have the ability
to
think about what's going on. All right, so I have a 6-leg parlay. It would have been 7, but they locked me out of betting on the Timberwolves game tomorrow for some reason. I don't know what I did. FanDuel must hate me or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I got Sixers -2 at home against the Heat. Again, very rarely siding on Dalton's team side, mostly for the bit when I don't side with them, but still. Pacers +13 at home against the Hornets. Hornets are much better, but also +13 is just a lot of points. I'm learning that I need to stop taking the cheese on that. Nets +13.5. Speaking of, with Spurs going to them, that one feels more doable. But I'm just, last time the Nets is what bodied me. I had that 10-leg NBA parlay. I hit 8 of the 10 legs on that, and the 2 I missed were the +13 type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make that mistake again. Magic +1.5 at home against the Rockets. I think Magic just better in my opinion, and they're at home, so I'll take that. Wizards again +11.5 on the road against the Hawks. Hawks are kind of, I don't know. And then Lakers -5 on the road against the Suns. Just kind of hoping for a bounce back from the Lakers. Had a rough game the other night, so all that together is at +4,787.
Nice. That's pretty good. Jake, what do you got for the NBA tomorrow? Or tonight, whatever you're betting
on. I lost my sip. Oh, there we go. I'm taking the Rockets -2 against Orlando. Last week on this show, I said that I thought the Rockets were washed because of the KD stuff, and they've kind of just been rattling off wins since. So I think I was wrong about that. I'm just gonna take them here. I think they're better than the Magic.
Jake said I don't know ball, guys.
I'm just kidding. The Rockets are annihilating my Kings right now.
No offense, but the Kings are a basketball team. If you check, they phoned it in.
You know what? I turned on the Kings Grizzlies game the other day, which I don't know why.
Why did you do that?
I swear to God, there was 7 people in the crowd.
Why would you? There was no reason. You'd watch a better game going to a G League affiliate game.
It was so funny.
It's the same dudes.
Russell Westbrook scored 27, and the Kings won. I was like, what is this right now in the year 2026?
Yeah, Russ shouldn't be scoring 27 points.
Anything that was the first win in 17 games for the Kings that the Grizzlies gave us. So pretty. I don't know who that looks worse on, but
it doesn't matter.
I'm taking the Spurs -13.5 against the Nets.
Right.
Nets are just not good.
Yeah.
I have the Wolves -5.5 against the Clippers.
See, they let Jake bet on the I couldn't do it. They told me no. I don't know what I did. Whatever. Anyway.
I think it's rigged.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then I took the Suns money line at plus 166 against the Lakers. I don't know. I kind of just
literally doing the anti-Shane parlay. I swear to God, he's gonna hit it. I know he is.
just,
I already feel it.
I don't. This game is just like I don't know what to do with this, and I feel like it's
That's
pretty
fair.
decent value. I think the teams are pretty close,
That's fine.
so I think it's decent value at home, and it's a nice little parlay juicer.
Mm-hmm.
But those four come out to a more modest 1,735.
Still
That's
pretty
nice.
good, but
So,
it's just every time
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
It just keeps
just
getting.
getting blasted.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Shane. I'm with you on some picks tonight.
All right. Also, we got a hi guys from
Yeah.
King R in here.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
King
joining
R?
us. I'm
Yeah.
going to throw that out there. Anyway,
Wait.
Dalton, tell me
Just a
how you
warning,
feel.
Shane.
Yeah.
-5 this year at NBA. Down 5 units.
I know. Listen, I'm not any better. I can't
Yeah.
say anything. So
But I'm taking the Pacers plus 12.5 against Charlotte. Just
Okay.
way too many
it's
points
a lot of points.
for the Hornets.
Again, Hornets playing good basketball. I get it.
They're still the Hornets.
It's a lot of points.
And like the Pacers, like, yeah, they're bad this year, but like they're still like not that bad of a team. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not like the other tanking teams. Like they have an excuse.
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah.
And then I'm taking Heat money line against Sixers. Like I just can't take the Sixers to win 3 in a row.
That's fair. I get
Like
it.
Yeah.
when like one of your main stars does not play every night, like I just can't bet on you to hit a 3-game winning streak.
I get it.
I don't know if
Yeah.
Embiid is I don't know if Embiid will play tomorrow anyways.
I don't know. I just kind of assume he's not until he
Yeah.
is. So I'm not worried about it.
And then I'm taking Clippers plus 3.5 against the Timberwolves. I don't know, the way I was handicapping this game, I thought the Clippers might actually have a shot at winning this outright. But I'll take them 3.5 points because I think it should be a close game. I just think this is one of those weird regular season games that the Timberwolves don't really need. And so, like, I don't know if they're going to necessarily be selling out for this one. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, I'm taking those 3 games parlay. So Pacers plus 12.5, Heat money line, and Clippers plus 3.5 parlays together at plus 720.
Nice. And I will just preface this with I'm not a ball knower when it comes to the NBA, so these picks, we'll see what happens. But I do have 3 money line picks for tomorrow. I do have the 76ers money line, so we'll see what happens with that. I have the Rockets money line. I think it's hilarious that I thought when all the KD drama came out, that I thought the Rockets were just going to like explode at that point, but they're pushing through it and getting wins. Even though Paolo just had a generational game for himself yesterday. We'll see what happens. And then I have the Trailblazers money line against the Bulls. The Bulls are in shambles. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I feel bad for Chicago fans that are like basketball fans because they had such a great time in the 80s and 90s, and then now it's just shit ever since then. Like, they had Derrick Rose. That was fun for a bit, but it's like, what happens now?
A completely irrelevant franchise, which is pretty distressful.
They just need another rigged lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, hey, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm just going to bet against them this time. So Sixers money line, Rockets money line, Blazers money line, all 3 of those together is at plus 415. All right. So we do have the Cognizant Classic. We are coming to the frigid East. We're going to Florida. So
Yeah.
we're getting out of California. We're slowly coming back to the East Coast here. But I have 3 guys that we haven't heard their name in a while, I feel like. And I'm going to play it safe here. I'm picking all 3 of these guys to go top 40, and I had some pretty good odds on it I'm surprised by. But I have Brooks Koepka. Haven't heard him do much since he's came back. Max Homa, top 40. He kind of fell off the face of the earth a little bit. And then I have Will Zalatoris to finish top 40. So all 3 of those guys, plus 552 after a little boost I got. I think that's great odds for 3 guys to finish top 40 that have had some success in the past, kind of down a little bit, but I'll take it this week. So, and I'm trying to keep it rolling from last week. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, if those three guys can't finish top 40 in this field, they should all handle it.
See, that's my thought, but then I'll place these bets, and then 2 of them won't make the cut. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna be a weird course, just because like Florida, especially this time of year, like it's gonna be windy, and it's gonna be like weather's gonna be an issue. But this field is ass. Like, this field is so bad. Like, a lot of the guys that I wanted to bet on that have historically played well here aren't even, like, they're just taking this week off.
Like, yeah, we're good. Pass.
Yeah.
Like, I was so excited to hammer Jake Knapp top 10 again, because he's done well at this course before and has 3 in a row right now. But nope, not playing.
Taking a nap instead.
Yeah. Good one. I like it. But my winner this week, if he's ever going to win on the PGA Tour, it's got to be this week. Nikolai Højgaard at plus 2150 to win outright. He's got 3 DP World Tour wins. This is basically a DP World Tour field. That's the European. Sorry. That's just what it's called. DP World is
tough scenes out there.
But that's the European Tour. He's got 3 wins in the European Tour, and the field is very similar to that field. So I'm taking Højgaard at plus 2150 to win, and then a Florida State alum to finish top 10 in Daniel Berger at plus 290. This is kind of my safe pick for the week. I'm just gonna throw that out there and hope he just
some home cooking in Florida.
Yeah. And also, like, legitimately one of the better players in this field too.
Yeah, I saw the field. I'm like, well, who are you? Who are these people? What the fuck is going on? Anyway.
Yeah. And then finally, I got a 3-leg parlay at it was originally at plus 1400, but then it got boosted to plus 1680. But I got it at 1400. But like the original one's 1400. Top 3 to finish top 20. Shane Lowry, who just won. I think a guy like him, I don't think weather's going to be an issue for him. And then Aaron Rye, again, one of just the better players in this field. And then a little bit of a dark horse pick to finish top 20. Was playing well, then had a rough week a couple weeks ago, and then took last week off to kind of reset. Hao Tong Lee. So Lee, Ryan, Lowry to all finish top 3, parlay together at plus 1400.
Top 3?
Or I'm sorry, top 20. Those 3.
I was gonna say it's top. I assume.
I was like, that's
20,
It's
like, all right. I know you could do that.
He's going from NASCAR to golf. Top 3.
There it is. Yeah. Anyway, good, Jay.
I might have bad news for Casey because I have pretty much not the same exact picks, but I'm betting on the exact same players pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
I took a stab at Max Homa to win at plus 4,000. This field isn't good, and this just feels like, I know he's kind of fallen off the map recently, but this just kind of feels like a tournament he would win, or at least be like competitive in, or you'd at least hope he would. I think at plus 4,000 is just kind of worth taking a shot on, so I'm going to throw a little bit of money on that. And then I have a 3-leg parlay for top 20 finishes. I have Nikolai Højgaard at plus 110, Will Zalatoris at plus 200, and Brooks Koepka at plus 220. And then those 3 come out to plus 1,916.
Nice.
I like it. At first, when you said I got bad news for you, Casey, I thought you were about to come out here and say Homa, Zalatoris, and Koepka to all miss the cut.
Yeah.
Just feel like betting on Casey's downfall.
I was waiting for it too. My heart kind of sank a little bit, but I was like, all right, let's just hear it.
Jake was about to potentially end the nights of Casey and me with his picks on NBA and golf.
I'm just anti everybody.
Yeah, it's like, actually, you guys don't know a goddamn thing about nothing.
Yeah.
Which golf, I would say, is accurate, but that's just besides the point. So I kind of took a similar feeling with or angle with the winner here. I feel like if he's going to win a tournament in the PGA Tour after what he kind of, in the situation with him, Brooks Koepka plus 3,000. Why not? If he's going to win a tournament, this one feels like a good chance for him to do it if he's going to do it. I just, that whole situation is still funny to me, just like all of it kind of. So, like, part of me is like, it'd be funny if he's the worst player of all time the rest of the time. But if he's ever going to win one, I know, that's the thing. They kind of like, hey, you're going to pay us all this money and also you're going to be bad. It's like, okay, interesting. But, yeah, I just think if he's going to win a tournament, this is probably going to be the one that he could win. And then I have a top 20 parlay, of course, as well. This one is pretty chalk, but also has a theme. Funny names. So we got, of course, Rasmus Højgaard. We have Michael Thorbjornsen and Nikolai Højgaard, all to finish top 20. Plus 120 for Rasmus Højgaard, plus 110 for Thorbjornsen, right? And then the other Højgaard is minus 115, altogether plus 763.
I almost did literally that exact same parlay chain.
Right? Because it's awesome.
You know why? The only reason I didn't do it is because I found out that Michael Thorbjornsen,
yes, right, exactly,
is actually American, not Danish.
Well, that does chat my ass a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
But there is a third Danish guy in the field. His name is
Mike.
No, it's Rasmus Niergaard Peterson.
Oh,
that's a guy.
There's two Rasmuses here.
Yeah,
incredible
two Danish
stuff.
Rasmuses.
Hey, there we go. Got to do the Danish parlay.
The Højgaard brothers and Rasmus Niergaard Peterson.
Awesome.
Of course, Peterson with like an EN at the end.
Of course, has to be.
Probably some squiggly line somewhere, or like a circle, or like an O with a cross through it or something,
or whatever the Norse one is that they put over letters.
But all right, anyone else got any other bets before we end the show tonight? No more bets. All right. I know, like we said, we have the combine coming up. And then you guys, what's next on the agenda for you guys for the show for drafting and all that?
So our draft show on Tuesday next week, we'll talk about some of the stuff from combine, obviously, through part of this, but we're doing the first of our directional mock drafts. So what I'm doing with those and what we'll be doing is doing a mock for 8 teams at the same time, but the like south, east, west, whatever it would be. So the south divisions are up first because they be the most ass. So we're starting naturally there. So we'll be doing all 8 of the south teams in one mock, and it'll be probably a 2-round because I think anything more than that is just too much probably to draft that many teams. Because we also want to make sure we get to talk about the combine a little bit too. So that'll be on Tuesday.
Nice. All right. And then that'll be 9:30 or
9:30 is when we do it.
Okay.
Well, 9 is usually when we try to start. It's closer to 9:30 most of the time.
Yeah. So
we be dicking around and
So but we'll have it out on the X account. I guess you would say.
It will be tweeted out beforehand.
So be on the lookout for that. Definitely we'll keep having coverage up until the draft in April. So be watching that, and then we'll be back here next Wednesday at 9:30 for some more betting. Probably be a lot of the same what we bet on tonight, so just be ready for that. And then hopefully baseball will be here soon, and then we can start doing some like home runs and
college tournament.
Oh yeah, too. March Madness coming up, so we definitely have some stuff coming up. So be ready for that. We do appreciate you guys watching tonight. Like I said, we'll be back Tuesday for the draft show, and then Wednesday for the betting show. Appreciate everyone watching tonight, and peace.